Cool.
Okay. Hi, ladies. How are you this
Oh,
morning? Greetings from Toronto, Canada.
hi. I'm great. How
Hi,
are
it's good to
you?
meet you.
I- I'm great. Great to speak with you. My goodness. First of all, congratulations on all of the success for this show. We eat it up here in Canada. I got to let you know, that's for sure. But what, Isabella, let's start with you because once you guys got right back on set to shoot season two, was it easy to slip back into these characters, knowing exactly how exciting the season was going to be?
Honestly, it felt like we didn't even leave. Like when we came back this season was it felt so easy. It felt so like it flowed so well. And I
Yeah.
mean, we all kind of knew what everybody liked and didn't like, and we knew
Right.
how, how to play off of each other and how to feed off of each other. And I felt like this season was honestly just like a home run on all fronts. I mean, it was great. Like
Yeah.
everyone got along, just fast, snappy. It was perfect.
Oh, good stuff. Kaden, how about for you? Because, listen, both of your characters have indeed had the ups and downs in season one, and I'm sure
Yeah.
fans are going to be very excited to see what happens in season two. But for you coming in, I love the relationship between the two of you. Were you guys instant BFFs even when you met?
Um, I mean, yeah. Actually, okay, wait, wait. No, we were a little unsure about each other when we first met, just because, I feel like Izzy and I have a history with like some girls growing up who like
Yeah.
weren't the nicest to us. So,
Ugh,
when we first came to this very like new setting and kind of thrown into this like, hey, you're gonna play best friends now, like we're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, and
right.
I think we connected pretty quickly, for sure, especially at the beginning of season one. But I would say at first we were like, like stepping on eggshells, like okay,
Yeah.
like is this how we're gonna go? And then we got a lot more comfortable. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, for
I think
sure.
Yeah.
it's scary when you've grown up and you've gone to high school. Like girls can be really mean in high school. It gives
Yeah.
you trust issues, it makes you nervous. And so
Yeah.
I think that it actually meant more though when we did become friends because I feel like it wasn't just like, oh, we're best friends on the show. Let's just be friends.
Sure, of
It
Yeah.
kind
course.
of it meant something and it built up. And there was a
Yeah.
really cute moment in season one when we watched the gag reel and they literally caught the moment on camera that we became friends.
Oh,
It was really
During episode one, it was super cute. It was the first time we watched the gag reel. We hadn't even seen it before, and like I started crying. I don't know about Izzy, but we were
No,
watching it, and
it
I
was so
started
sweet.
crying because it just from we spent how long, like 8 months together during that time. So
yeah.
you grow really close with someone, and Izzy and I were in a lot of scenes together. We spent so much time together, and
Yeah.
I feel like we really know each other really well, and it also shows very well
Yeah.
on screen as well.
100%. You can't fake chemistry. I don't care what anybody says, but it really works so
Yeah.
well. Yeah, it really works so well with you. Okay, so Isabella, let's talk a little bit about Amy and where she's at in season two because holy mackerel, she's got a little bit of responsibility now. What was it like kind of getting into her headspace for season two and dealing with what she has to deal with?
It was really fun. I feel like I know that sounds like a weird word to deal with it because it is a super dramatic like thing, especially for our show. It's very dramatic for our show.
Yeah.
And it was really funny actually because when I read it in the script, I got so excited and I got so like I was over the moon at the end of season one. And it was weird because it kind of gave me an insight to how she was probably feeling inside. She was probably getting this news and going, "Oh, this is amazing. This is so great." And then not really thinking about the consequences of taking that job
Right.
because it would mean that she would lose everybody that she loves. And I think kind of going into season two is sort of the aftermath of that excitement, which is really interesting because I think, for a sitcom, it's pretty deep
Yeah.
and it was really fun to get to play with that journey and to get to play with, the relationship between Amy and her family and Amy and Hartley. Kind of,
Yes.
she's caught between her dream and disappointing the people that she loves. Like, how do you decide? So it's really interesting to play
Yeah,
with
yeah,
for
I'm
sure.
sure. And yeah, and Kaden for Hartley as a character, finding out that her best friend has this power now, like how do you deal with that in your acting abilities?
Yeah, so for Hartley, personally, I feel like when you find out that your new best friend is a villain, it's kind of a big bomb that's being dropped.
Yeah,
But Hartley has such a big heart. You know, she loves helping others and making sure everyone feels included. And you know, when she found out about their secret, I think she kind of took that opportunity to be like, hey, like this is a moment where I can truly help others and, you know, help these people who have never lived in a normal town like this. All they've known is villain world, and they've never known what it's like to just be a normal suburban family.
Yeah.
So, you know, for Hartley, even for Hartley, you know, she learned so much from the Maddens. I mean, I feel like especially throughout season 2, you know, she gets a little bit of a dark side that she learned from the Maddens, but
Yeah.
it's a great dynamic. And you know, I always say for Hartley, she reminded me a lot of my younger self. You know, I was always very
Mm.
bubbly and going and loved helping others. And I honestly, when it came to playing Hartley, I just took that. So it was a breeze with her.
Yeah.
She's an awesome character.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. They're both awesome characters. Okay, what I love about this is that, you know, there's this family. They're living in the burbs. They're kind of like out of their element, and because they're trying to hide this secret. So, Isabella, let's ask you this one. If you had a secret you needed to keep and you had to escape somewhere, where would you want to go?
That's such a good question. I would, do you know what? I would go to Italy because that's where
Ah,
my family lives. I always say to my parents, I feel like if anything ever gets too much in my life, or if I ever feel overwhelmed, or if I ever feel like, you know, stressed out and anxious, I just go home to Italy. And it's like this weird bubble where everything kind of disappears, and all I have to worry about that day is how many eggs I'm gonna get from a chicken.
yeah. How
You
much
know, it's
pasta? How
pretty
much
simple.
pasta?
Like it's pretty simple.
Right. How much pasta can you possibly eat in one day? I think that
Oh,
would be
so
my
much.
biggest
I could,
problem.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
I could
absolutely.
definitely eat everybody under the table for sure.
Okay, I'm going to have a competition with you one day, I promise.
Okay.
And Kayden, how about for you? If you had that secret and you're like, oh God, I got to go somewhere where no one can find me, where would you want to go?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, my first go-to answer would obviously be my mom's house, but no, actually,
No, people
realistically,
will find
if
you
I
there. People will find you with mom.
know, that's why I was like, that was like my first answer that I was thinking of, but no, I would probably say the Netherlands. It is where
Oh,
my family's from, but like gr- my grandparents lived in this small town in Spain. Like there's not a lot of people in these small villages in the Netherlands. So I feel like that'd be the perfect place. Like no internet, no phones, no anything. I'm hiding out. Peace.
listen, I want to join both of you on this journey. I promise I will not tell your secret. I promise. Okay.
I don't know. I think we have some trust issues with that, especially
Yeah.
especially
I'm
with the
pretty good.
villains we got to deal with
Pretty
the show.
good. I'm pretty good. I promise you. Just to wrap it up, Izzy, I want to ask you, why do you think fans are so connecting to this show and these characters?
I honestly think because there hasn't been a show in a long time that's been targeted towards families that's given people the permission to not be perfect.
Right.
I feel like a lot of shows, especially sitcoms, the characters, I mean, they're not perfect, but they're all very, you know, good people who are, you know, they always kind of make the right decision in the end. Whereas with our show, that's really not the case. Like a lot of the time, they don't make the right decision in the end, but
Mm,
that's why you kind of love them because they're realistic. And I think that it kind of, you know, it shows that you don't have to be perfect. You know, you could be like a troublemaker in class. You could get detention all the time. That doesn't mean you're not a good person. That just
sure.
maybe means that, you know, you need to change tiny parts of yourself, but you never need to lose like who you are. And I think that this show really shows that you can learn to be better without losing who you are.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people love it.
Yeah, well said. I love that. That's really, really great. Well, listen, I really appreciate both your time this morning. We are looking forward to this new season, and it's just my pleasure to have the opportunity to chat with you guys. So have a great day, and thank you for your time today. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. It was nice
Thank
meeting
you.
you.
Nice
Yeah,
meeting
your
you too.
questions
And
were
don't
amazing.
forget, Rome, Netherlands, we're going to go on a road trip. Okay.
Oh yeah, all the pastas
Yeah.
and all the
And chocolate
freaking
and
Del
stuff.
Special.
Like the possibilities are endless, right? With food.
Honestly, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's pretty. I feel like it's pretty diverse in Italy and the Netherlands. So we got a good
Oh
run. We got
yeah.
a
Yeah,
good run,
yeah.
guys.
Food tour. Food tour
Okay.
2024. I look forward to it with you
Yeah.
ladies. Take care. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Have a
Bye.
great day.
You too. Bye-bye.